One of my favorite brands to talk about here on the channel is Vulcane. They have a very long history. Lots of presidents have worn Vulcane, and today I have a playful watch from the brand. This is their Heritage Mono Pusher chronograph. It's actually pretty thin and it gets a lime green dial. I have one hands-on to show you guys. This is a beautiful watch, so let's flip the camera and take a look at a lime green version of the Vulcane Heritage Mono Pusher. Vulcane are one of my favorite brands because of watches like this. This is a green dial version of their Mono Pusher chronograph. This is a heritage model and it's green and black. So the indices, the hands, those sub-registers, the hands there, those are in black. This is a very good looking watch, and you don't see something like this from a heritage brand. There's plenty of other brands that make these candy colored dials and things like that, but normally you don't see it in a Mono Pusher chronograph, but they've done it here, and I think they did it very tastefully. So this doesn't look like a candy colored watch like the OP or something from the Seamaster Aquaterra collection from Omega. This looks classic still. It looks very clean. I love the contrast of the black and the green. It's extremely legible because of that. And it's a Mono Pusher chronograph, which I really like the functionality on Mono Pusher chronographs. This is powered by a Sellita movement. I believe that they're using a Sellita SW510. However, it's modified so that it's a Mono Pusher. It's also manual winding. So this is actually a manual wind chronograph. It does get 63 hours of power reserve. I don't remember Sellita movements having that much power reserve, but that is excellent. And I don't know why I don't remember that, but maybe it's always been that way. That is pretty good. Of course, you're getting a sapphire crystal. You get the small seconds, that's at the 9 o'clock, and then at the 3 o'clock position, you're getting a 30-minute counter. Let's check out that Mono Pusher and how it works. It's very, very simple, obviously. It's a chronograph with only one button. So it's running right now. You press it once, you press it again, it resets to 12. Press it one more time, it starts again. Press it again, it stops. Press it again, and it restarts to 12. That's it. So very simple functionality. It feels really good, very precise feeling in that Mono Pusher. When you press it, it feels very precise, very nice clicks to it. Overall, I love this watch, and I love the look of this watch. Also, it's a very classically sized chronographs. There are plenty of chronographs out there that are thick. This is not a thick chronograph because it is a hand-wound chronograph. So that means you're getting a watch that is only 12.6 millimeters thick. That's including the very, very boxed and domed sapphire crystal, which literally adds at least a millimeter to the thickness. So if they put a flat sapphire crystal on this watch, it would be around 11 and change millimeters thick. That is excellent considering it's a chronograph. Think about that. There are plenty of Valjoux powered and Sellita powered chronographs out there that are in the 14 and 15 millimeter thickness range with flat sapphire crystals. This is well under that with a domed box sapphire crystal. So you get that vintage look of a box sapphire crystal, which I absolutely love, and you don't get all of that thickness. It gets a 46 millimeter lug to lug, and you get a 38.9 millimeter case. So it's around a 39 millimeter case. You get a 6.3 millimeter crown. You get the Vulcane logo on the crown and on the buckle. I love the Vulcane logo. It says Vulcane on the dial. I'm talking about their actual logo, which is just the V. This also has a really great dial. Never mind the color. The color is awesome because it's like a lime green or maybe a pistachio green, depending on how you look at it, but it's a very bright green color. I really like that. But you get a railroad track around the dial. That's printed in black. You have the indices, which are also painted in black on the dial, obviously a 12-hour track. Then you have these beautiful slender hands. They're polished, or they're really glossy, I should say. The paint on them is glossy. And then you have a needle for a seconds hand, obviously finished the same as the hour and minutes hand. Just a beautiful, elegant, very well executed dial. The case back is a very traditional case back from Vulcane. It's basically used on most of their watches. It looks great in my opinion, but I would like to see a display case back on one of these watches one day because I know that they actually finish these movements. So this is not like a stock movement inside here. It would be cool if they put a display case back. They do it for their Cricket. They don't do it for these watches. So hopefully eventually one day they decide to put some display case backs on here. But you do get a Sellita SW510, which is actually a pretty good looking movement. On my wrist today is a absolutely gorgeous dress watch from Vulcane. This is the Grand Prix. When I made a video about this watch, I was enamored with its clean design, its clean lines, its beautiful dial. It has a very beautiful dial as well. It's very deceiving. It is really a gorgeous dial. They're coming out with a new version of this. I think it's going to be on sale alongside this version with a small seconds, which is going to be awesome. And that will be an automatic as well. Very, very good looking watches. And there is the Mono Pusher Heritage in green on my 7.5-inch wrist. And you can see it wears almost exactly the same as that dress watch that I just had, the Grand Prix. It's very thin to the wrist. It does not wear thick at all, especially considering that it's a chronograph. Look at that. It looks fantastic on my 7.5-inch wrist. It looks exactly at home. It's very comfortable and it wears just like a time-only watch, which I think is a very big compliment for a chronograph. Overall, a great design, a very classic design, a heritage model from a heritage brand for a very good price. These come in at $3,050. So as you see it right here, this is a $3,050 watch, which I think is an excellent price considering that you're getting it from Vulcane. And Vulcane are a heritage brand. They have been around for a very long time and they make some very special watches. Definitely watch the other videos that I've made about Vulcane here on my channel. I am a huge fan of Vulcane. I think they make some pretty incredible watches. Tell me what you guys think down in the comments below. I want to hear from you guys. What do you think of Vulcane? What do you think of this watch? What do you think of the color of this dial? I'd like to hear from you guys and hear what you guys have to say. Anyway, guys, thank you for logging on. Thank you for watching this video. I will put a link to this watch down in the description below. Definitely check it out if you are interested, and I will catch you guys in the next video.